In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a neck flexion slash upper back flexion stretch with some PAILs rails to really start to build the range of motion that you need if you have lost flexion, which is the ability to touch your chin into your chest, and also build some strength and kind of restore movement and mobility in through your neck and upper back, which is something a lot of people lose just from kind of being sedentary, stuck at a computer all day and just not necessarily moving their neck very often. This can be really helpful for people who have a lot of chronic neck tightness and persistent neck issues. So you're gonna either need a box or something that does not move, or a wall would be the easiest option. So what you're gonna do is get into a lying position, but you're gonna use the wall or the box as like resistance to pushing you into flexion. So depending on your position, you're gonna use it where you can set it up so you kind of push you into a nice deep stretch. So where you should feel the stretch is anywhere from the base of your skull or your head down in between your shoulder blades, kind of along your whole spine. It should not be painful, but it is going to be a pretty intense stretch. If it is too intense and you cannot modify the position very easily by scooting away or towards the box or the wall, this may be too progressed for you, so you might not be ready for it. Now, I'm gonna show you again the position and then we'll go into the PAILs rails, but you're gonna get into that position to feel that stretch, starting at the intensity recommended, which is usually a lower intensity, progressing towards a higher intensity as you expose your body and it adapts to these tissues and to this load in those tissues. Then, after you've held the stretch for the prescribed amount of time, whether or not you're holding a stretch, you might just skip to the PAILs rails. Generally speaking, we want to start at 30 seconds to a minute for the stretch, but we want to be adding time, working up to that 2 minutes for the stretch, as long as you can tolerate it. So once we have held for that prolonged amount of time, we then want to do our PAILs and rails. PAILs and rails are going to be contractions without movement. So the PAILs is going to be contracting what is being stretched. Rails is going to be contracting what would pull you deeper into the stretch. So PAILs is going to be contracting all of the stuff on the back of your head, which is going to be the stuff that extends your neck. So it's going to be the tissues that would help you look up and arch your upper back. So you're going to think about doing that, but of course the box is not, or the wall is not going to let you. So you're going to be stuck in this position, kind of lifting your head into the box, feeling those muscles contract. Then we're going to ramp it down. Then you're going to pull yourself deeper into the stretch by thinking about pushing your spine into the box and tucking your chin more to find a little bit deeper of a stretch. We should feel all of this stuff contract, and that will be your rails contraction. So let's get into the position again and go from there with the stretch. So start with your setup. Find a position where you can feel a bit of stretch here. And then from there, go ahead and try to look up into the box. You should feel those back neck muscles and upper back muscles contract. Ramp that intensity up to the desired amount, somewhere anywhere between 20 and 30%, all the way up to a max effort. Holding for the desired amount of time, probably another 10 to 15 seconds on top of ramping up over 5 or 10. Then slowly relax. Then from there, try to pull your chin deeper into your chest and round your upper back a little bit more. Contract those muscles, ramping up to the desired intensity, holding for the prescribed amount of time, anywhere between another 10 to 15 seconds, and then slowly relaxing, and then coming out of that movement. Again, this should not be painful, and you should make sure that you are not too sore the next day. A little bit of common delayed onset muscle soreness is expected, just like a normal workout, but anything beyond that is too intense and we don't want to do this type of exercise. So make sure it's something that you can tolerate, make sure you're consistent with it, and over time you should be able to tolerate a deeper stretch and be able to do a little bit more contraction, and then you should be able to load this and feel a lot better with your neck, tolerating more progressive overloads in the future as well.